Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. Sorry for not uploading for a few days there. I was working on university stuff. Anyway, I'm back. This is part two of my series with Nilla. This is our second game. This time we did our bans. We did a map bans. We did the SD League rules for seasons 5. That's going on right now. I'm playing third mech Vanguard, and Nilla is playing seventh mech with Vanguard as well. I think I outbanned him in this scenario. I think that's what is a big problem for him because he has like 234 spam, which is a really good deck. But I have double vetted Sherman spam, which is just better in every regard for tank to tank combat, and the infantry isn't that different, and everything else isn't that different. To be fair. Anyway, let's. I'm on the left. Nilla is on the right, and let's kick this thing off. All right, so I thought, hey, I'm gonna push into CQC combat. I'm down with T-34s fighting my almost triple vetted. You see two groups of, put them in groups of 3, with a leader bringing it up to triple vet, and then I want to be in CQC combat, being though that they're Shermans, and Shermans are gods in CQC combat or tank combat. We're seeing Nilla doing kind of a similar approach. It looks like he's gonna be pretty thin on the south, and so am I. Opening up with some smoke. Always a good move. Flamethrower's moving up. He's only have one flamethrower moving up. I'm having 2. I think I've already DP backing it up. He's bringing up his disc gun. Not much going on, so we're just seeing him drive up a lot of T-34s. So we have 3 T-34s triple vetted with the leader here, so they're double vetted T-34s. And that's the problem here, right? These things are they're just way inferior in every regard to Shermans. I'm coming down the main road. Smoke's just kind of blocking everything off, so there's not much in action going on there. Flamethrower gets here. I bring up his disc gun to cover the open in case he brings up. The only thing he really has to kill Shermans effectively is the ISUs, whatever they are, the big 120 point vehicles. We haven't seen them out. They'll come out at one point. Nilla using these disc guns as artillery, kind of interesting. Seeing some combat down here. I'm gonna drive off this side. I don't see his Roseka at this point. He's got a bazooka. Pretty light here from both of me. I mean, got some guys coming up right now. Pretty even force. My tanks are almost there as well. I have a AT gun here. Flamethrower versus flamethrower. Mine is vetted. His is not. This is why I flamethrower this is why I vet. Every single time you one vet, it wins in a 1v1 fight. And it always bees that the flamethrowers hit each other every single time. I'd rather have the positioning down. Which forces Nilla to go down a flag right off the bat here. Nothing too value. I mean, he's got nothing down here. Maybe I should have pushed him a little bit. Probably not. I'm content with fighting up here. So is Nilla. Slowly moving up. Getting a little too close here. Some combat starting here. Nothing much. Trying to get better angles. I'm coming back around, seeing that these are all here. Bring up another Sherman as well. Unfortunately for this disc gun, it was firing artillery at that point. And now it gets instantly suppressed. And it's going to go down. Just like that. It's 50 points gone. Seeing Nilla react with one flamethrower. Luckily, it's pretty even fight, but I think Nilla is winning out on this. He took out one of my Shermans with his bazooka. I immediately back up. Fortunately for Nilla, though, his tanks are just going to get thrashed over here in the open. They're just not as good. I'm able to clean up this area as well, giving myself another flag. I'm up a flag down the south, and up one in the north. Looks like Nilla is pushing me back though here. Bring up some more tanks. But the tank to tank combat is not going to be good for these, because I can pin him, but he can't really pin me. And I think our fire rate's a little better. Look at the stats here. Rate of fire, 6 rounds, 7 rounds. So so we have a better rate of fire. He loses 2 of his tanks there. He does bring up his disc gun. He's got APCR. Hopefully with the range changes that are coming out, this will be more effective for, like Shermans can't suppress AT guns like this, and AT guns can fire pretty safely. But right now, look at that, like, I'm about to suppress his gun, like, he hasn't taken me out. It's kind of unfair. He gets suppressed there, like, instantly. And now I have this, like, controlled right here. He can't really move up here. He's reinforcing extensively, though. Bringing up a lot of infantry. Southern flank, nothing much. I'm content with sitting here. Nilla content with sitting there. Germans are coming up on this area, trying to shoot. Here we're seeing the first ISU. These things are deadly. Sorry, there's 130 points. My solution to this, as you'll see, is to bring up Zis guns. I can easily pin with the APCR. But yeah, these Germans are just destroying his T-34s. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I do not want to fight that ISU. I want to get out of the way. That's what's so great about Shermans too. They're super maneuverable. See my Zis guns coming up. So far, I think I'm trading more effectively. Lost some of the infantry engagements, but I've won most of the tank fights so far. I think I've only lost one Sherman. I lost one down here actually, so I've lost two. And then nothing's happening down the southern flank. This gun. Again, we're seeing Nilla use it as a artillery piece. It's pretty smart. Bring up a leader for this guns. German's hanging out. I want to push in here. Can't see this guy. I'm kind of nervous. I know he's in here somewhere. See me, ISU takes out an MSHA. I'm gonna immediately back it up. Get out of the way. I'm not gonna fight this. There's no point. Saying bazooka fired, hits me. Guess I don't see it, maybe? Ooh. And will I get lucky though? Yeah, I get lucky. That's how good Shermans are. There's all these MGs on them and stuff. 50 cals. Alright, my Zis guns are on the hill. I'm moving up. He loses using his tanks here. His ISU's being shot at. Driver killed. Loses his T-34. Move the angle a little bit here. Being smart with his disc guns firing at me. A lot of action going on in this area. Bring up another bazooka. Smart by Nilla. Gets one of my tanks. I immediately back up, realizing what I saw. MSHA. He takes out the Zis gun. Really smart of him. Bring up some more MSHAs. We're seeing another ISU come out. We're seeing his first aircraft come out. Kind of an interesting buy. I immediately buy a fighter in response. Rotate the camera. He's gonna go down. He's gonna lose like 110 point aircraft right there, I think. Am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? Goes down. Look on the southern flank. We're seeing Nilla doing some probing, but not much action again in the southern flank. I'm kind of surprised he didn't want to get out here because his ISUs could just shred me in the open. But, you know. That's why I brought a lot of these disc guns. They're so good at taking out stuff. Seeing some pushing. The line's pretty thin though. I have a lot of tanks built up on here. I need to kill this ISU. Losing MSHA there, that's pretty bad. Good shot by Nilla. My sniper's moving up to deal with that. Look at this weird line. I'm surprised this guy's moved out. Just kind of chillaxing in the open. I'm not totally defenseless though. Squad's just gonna get eaten up. And he's gonna go down. I'm refusing to go move my tanks anywhere this road. Fight this ISU. I'm not gonna do it. Bring out my own Zis gun looking down the main road. He's got 260 points invested now. We're still in A phase. Invested into the ISUs. Kind of interesting he's doing this right now. Takes this flag, but I take this flag. Kind of a gamble here, right? Like if this guy dies, there isn't much over here. I guess he's bringing up another flamethrower. But he's probing. I saw this and I could see the flamethrower, so I didn't really respond with a lot of force. Let's bring up a sniper. Bring out my own bazooka teams. This guy is gonna get shot. Wrong spot. Look at all these guys. 2 guys drop right there. Shot comes in. Oh man. We get another one. All right, now they're stunned. Now they're gonna have to back up. Actually, this thing's out of ammo. Last shot got it. Look at this. He's totally surrounded me. The Nilla is up a flag right now, putting a lot of pressure on me. Bring up his disc gun. That's got a good shot through these buildings. It's a secret spot I like to put because it shoots down the main road, and it also can shoot down this area. A weird angle. And he's gonna lose his ISU in a second now. And pops. That's 130 points down. I'm now aiming at the other one. Looks like he's gonna get me though. He backs up. Not a lot of health left. Pushing here. There's a lot of combat here. Bring up more tanks. We can kind of see though that he's becoming pretty thin. He's bringing up now his SU-85s, 85 points. These things do have the crazy penetration. But in CQC combat, where we're fighting, it's not ideal. So I'm kind of surprised you didn't fight down here. Having these things at max range with like an ISU and stuff, fighting Shermans would be pretty brutal for me. That's why I wanted to fight over here. Though, you know, the map isn't that favorable. Like, maybe he can grab these 2 flags, but meanwhile, like, I can grab, you know, maybe 3 flags against him. Maybe a 4th. It's just kind of brutal for him. I bring out my Cobra. I didn't see that much airplay going on. I know the deck doesn't have a lot of it's just those big bomber aircraft. They're just a bomber aircraft. They don't really have anything else. That should open up this whole area. I'm going to strafe this. But Nilla loses another one of his ISU 122s. It's pretty brutal, losing 260 points right there. And now I have Zisk guns and Shermans up here shooting down on his SU-85s. And they're just chewing him up. He's pretty thin along the line. I'm bringing up a lot of reinforcements. I've strafed both of those flamethrower squads. And the line is slowly bending. I'll pull out my fighter. Gonna get my MCHA, it looks like. Yep, gets it. Good shot. But he loses one of him over here, one of his other SU-85s over here. Kind of blocking him now from entering this town. You're seeing him build up a lot of forces here. He's kind of just stuck. And I've totally overrun the southern flank by just taking out those 2 flamethrowers. Really thin line. And look, I mean, like, if you kind of look at it, like, I'm more dense down here, and it looks like I'm even more dense up here. So the trades have not been favorable to him. He brings out an AA gun, 90 points. But he's not gonna be able to really hold out much longer in this area. These Zisk guns, you gotta play with the Zisk guns. These are like, you have Shermans and Zisk guns together. So good. They're such a great combo. Because then you can pen everything. Any heavy armor that you run into. And the Shermans can pretty much, are just beast already. And then Nilla surrenders there. Kind of seeing the writing on the wall there. Yeah, if you see the trades, like, up by a third on him. 500 points. Good chronology. Like, I had a pretty good opener. It goes back pretty even. He gets good kills in a row. But yeah. Losing those IS 2022s are pretty, so he did well looking at Nilla's perspective for some reason. Yeah, like, yeah, losing these IS 122s, you know, to a 55-point unit and using them multiple times, losing them multiple times is pretty bad. Losing that aircraft too, not getting anything out of it. And then you have to use T-34s to fight Germans in close quarter combat. It's just really unideal. So I think I got the advantage there by out-banning him in the early game when we were doing our division bans, and just like left him with a division that he chose that doesn't really have a good counter. Like, my division is like a perfect counter to his division, where I have Shermans beating his T-34s. I have Zisk guns that are way more cost efficient in beating his ISUs. And that deck doesn't have great fighters and such. We didn't see much airplay from Nilla at all. Anyway, thanks Nilla. And I'll see you guys around. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and you know, you can always unsubscribe later.